let's just start from the beginning.
From the beginning.
What made you want to start the studio?
So I started To the Pointe, which at the time was Amazing Grace Dance Ministry at Point Church. We had a couple of parents who wanted their kids to dance, and so I started on Saturday morning in the back of a warehouse with 3 girls, and just God took over.
I was a little girl alone in my little world who dreamed of a little home.
So I first started dancing at our very first building, which was just the youth room at Pointe's old church, a long time ago. It was only a handful of us girls with Miss Lindsay. Everything was carpeted, but we had little standing mirrors so we could see ourselves individually.
The church at the time finally built their new building, and we took over their music room. And that also was on carpet in the music room. And somehow they allowed me to put mirrors up in that room. I remember being so excited that we finally got real mirrors, and I didn't have to get the little door mirrors and line them up against the wall. We did not get a dance floor, however, so I wanted to start tapping, and you can't tap on carpet. So we bought plywood. I would just lay down sheets of plywood all the way across the floor, and each girl had their own plywood to tap on. They decided, hey, this is something substantial. And so we moved from the music room in the church to then another warehouse, this time on the back of the property at the current Point Church, but it was just a garage. And so we built a wall, and here I am thinking, now we made it. You know, I'm building walls. So we had this tiny little entryway, and I remember when we painted it, I had all the girls put their handprints on the walls and on the cement floor underneath the dance floor.
We were at that small studio in the maintenance building for a few years at least, and it's where that first class of To the Pointe students really got to develop themselves as dancers. We started taking classes 3 to 4 days a week instead of 1 or 2. We were taking all different styles of dance. We got our first pairs of pointe shoes. We had some really good times in that building. There were some times when we couldn't be in the space because maybe the power was out or the air conditioning was out. So we would go outside and dance. There was this one time when we saw a double rainbow. So, we went outside and we ran around and we took a bunch of pictures with the rainbows. It was in that place that we really grew as a family and laid the foundation for what the studio would become someday.
God, again, works in crazy ways sometimes. He has a way with me of not gently nudging me. He opens a door and then shoves me through it. The process to get where we are now was kind of one of those moments. I just got married, so the first mail from a brand new house that we just bought, just being married, was a postcard for a kids musical production company at Point Church. We had coffee with the pastor, and we just had similar visions, and told them that we kind of outgrown the space at Point, and they said, well, funny thing, we've got this big giant warehouse that I'm sure the landlord will let you build into a dance studio. And I'm thinking, okay, this is crazy, there's no way. So I talked to the landlord, and he said, sure, go ahead. And so we got some parents together, and we all planned this fundraiser, a barn raising, we called it at the time, and raised enough funds to build what we all know now as Studio A.
When we first moved into the studio, number one, it was amazing because it felt so huge compared to all the studios we had in the past. Our favorite part about TTP is that we're so community oriented. And so I remember all of us came in and we painted almost every wall in this studio. We painted our names on the floor. I think we might have even put Bible verses too. Our fingerprints are all throughout this studio, which is just a really cool and really special memory to have.
When I felt no worth, you paid it all for me. Yes.
to me is a place to call home. It's a place to find family and a place to be able to create as artists and as passionate dancers and people, and to be able to have a safe and nurturing environment to pursue artistic potential.
This place is not just a studio or a place of business or a place of employment. For me, it's really a family. It's a place where I can connect with people, I can be myself. It's a wonderful place, a safe place, a beautiful place with beautiful people that I love.
And it's such a beautiful thing now, knowing that with the new building, it's just such a new opportunity for all the younger girls and their families to do the same thing, right? To go and paint and to be a part of the studio and the expansion. It just shows what a legacy the studio has and just what it means to everyone here.
No shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me.
She's a beaut.
There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. The overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the night